Hello and welcome to Beve with Ben, episode 76. Alright, well, I hope we've had a good week. I've been a little bit off and a little bit under the weather, but getting through, and I do apologise. This is a little bit late. I did do a recording early in the week, at the beginning of the week, and got 3/4 of the way through, and it conked out and I lost the file, so I'm now doing it again. I put it off from recording just purely due to my voice and my throat drying out, and then having to have coughing fits every now and then. So I'm recording a little bit late, so I do apologise. But thanks for joining me for another episode. The beer of choice this week was a beer that I found last Thursday night after training at Collab. Bumped into Mitch and Jason, and it's a collab from Good Folk and Mountain Culture. It's called the Hazy Folk IPA. I did have one on that Thursday night, and it is a very good drop. I have been back since and brought another 4-pack this week just to top up to make sure that I don't miss out, because it is a limited edition. But I haven't really had a beer since because just been sick. So not that I really drink much during the week anymore, but just So long story short, I've got a backlog of Hazy Folk IPA, but it is a very good drop. If you do like it, it's on tap at the Good Folk Brewery and probably at Mountain Culture. I'm trying to get it at Lambton, but we'll see how I go. But anyway, the songs for this week that you'll find on the playlist on Spotify is an oldie from Bush, Swallowed, and something a little bit newer and from the Bag Raiders, and it's called Flowers. It's a new release from Bag Raiders. But guys, we'll get cracking into the episode. So I'm not going to go through the athletes' questions, which I was going to discuss basically due to my throat and being able to talk. I will do the athlete interviews that I've got, but we'll go through what happened last week for training. The 12th of August, we started off with the strength session on the Monday night, and it was some hemi and glute activation, quad circuit, glute circuit, hemi circuit, and a slider circuit. I did do a little bit of a session beforehand. Wasn't a bit, but just a quick little session before. But good session with the guys, good turnout. And after the session, I just went for a 7K run along the foreshore. Nice night, nice evening, 5-minute pace or 5:07 pace. 35 minutes, just ticking along, 7K, just warming into the week. Tuesday morning down at Lambton, and it was 1,000, 400, 400, 1,000 times 2. So 1K, 400, 400, 1K with a 60-second rest between each. And it was, so basically 4K at the 1K at 10K pace, and the 400 meters at sort of, 5 to 3K pace. So a little bit faster for the 400s. And having a 60-second rest in between times 2. The guys did very well. It was a good session. Just out and back on Lambton Park. We did have a bit of rain, but that cleared out by the time we started. So really good session with the guys. Starting to kick back into gear after a few races, getting ready for a race coming up this weekend. And on to Tuesday afternoon. Tuesday afternoon was the same set. So 1K, 400, 400, 1K times 2 is 6 seconds recovery. So obviously a fair few boys away from the Maitland group at the moment, but it was a nice solid session. You had Hayden join us for the first time, did very well. Craig was pretty solid, gearing up for Port Mac that he had on with the treble. And we had Will and Caleb out there as well. So Caleb basically stuck with me. I got Caleb to do a little bit of a different set because he had nationals on, zone athletics carnival, the 800 and the 1500 on this week. So I wanted him to do a little bit faster and kick down a little bit. So he did the first K with me, and the first 400 with me, but then the second 400 got him to kick down in the final 200, and then in the K got him to do 800 with a kick down for the last 200. And then in the next set, I got him to basically do the 400 fast and the two 400s fast, and then a kick down on the K reps. So, but it was my first sort of session back after the guzzler sort of starting to get into gear a little bit. So I was pretty consistent, comfortable but uncomfortable. I just did 3:42 for the first K, 80 seconds for the 400, 80 seconds for the 400, and 3:42 for the next K. So it's pretty much spot on with the same times. And then the second set I went a little bit faster, was 3:37 for the K, 1:18 for the 400, 1:18 for the 400, and 3:35 for the last K. And that was that was the session. I think Caleb and I actually did another 400 at the end as well, just with the guys finishing off their set. But yeah, really good session. Good to just change gears, go through the motions. Tuesday night. All right, Wednesday morning, I was up a little bit early at 5:30 for just a 5K run, 5:12 pace. Just was always a little bit sore after a track session, but just jogged around on the Wednesday morning, just along the foreshore before the gym. Got into the gym a little bit early, did my own set, which was did some single leg deadlifts, some step ups, some bridges, and some Bulgarian lunges. Just heavier sort of weights, and then got into the session with the guys. We did loaded up the glutes to start with, then went into a superset of quads, hammies, and glutes, and then we worked on our hip flexors, and then we did some hip mobility and lower back mobility to finish off the session. So nice, good session. I think it was just me and the ladies last week, but yeah. And Pure Run Maitland midweek social. Just good to get the guys. There was a few away just because it was raining. The rain came back. But yeah, we just did 2 laps of Maitland Park. Did 10K, 4:43 pace. Legs were feeling all right. Was a little bit, a little bit tired, but just keeping it nice and steady. 4:33 with the guys, and that was 10K for Maitland. Thursday morning, more rain. It was a slight. More rain overnight, but it was dry in the morning, but made the course a little bit wet. But where we had run was fine. It was only just a few puddles, not slippery or anything like that. So it was a good session to do, just around the Burwood Trail, and it was 2 times 3K tempos, so quite hilly tempo, but yeah, good downhill on the first loop with some single track, and then you get a nice little climb onto some more single track to finish off. So, and then you just do it the opposite direction, so you get the nice single track at the start into a long downhill, and then you got a nice little climb to finish off with for the last time. But yeah, the guys did very well. Terry and Chris were running well. Alex and Jackie were out there doing a good job. But yeah, I can't see the photo to say who everyone else was there. But yeah, not a solid session. Good turnout with the considering the sickness and everything that's been going around. And Thursday afternoon, it was Jess, Jace, Mitch, and myself. Same set, but yeah, we just did 2 3K loops. Yeah, you get a little bit of elevation. I think it's about 130 metres elevation per 3K, so not bad. But yeah, not too steep, but nice to be able to, you still be able to get some pace, and good turn over the legs. The guys did well, and that was the Thursday. Meeting Mitch and Jason at the bottle shop. We all had the same idea to grab a beer after the session. Well, it is a good bottle shop. They do have a good range of craft beers, so I don't blame them. But yeah. And Friday, I went out and did my Barnsley loop, 31K, 31 and a half, just around 700 metres of climbing, just 2 hours and 40 minutes, just kept it steady, didn't push it, just building back. It was my first 30K run after the guzzler, so just sort of getting the legs sticking on, but yeah, good up Sugarloaf and back down, so you get some nice elevation, but some good downhill, some very runnable, it's all very runnable. So yeah, good just to get out before work. I had to do it a little bit early. Started just after 5 to get so I could get to work on time. But yeah, good way to start the day. And then in the afternoon, I had little Ollie with me, so we did 5K just around Empire Park and Merriweather. We did a couple little 30 seconds with 1 minute recovery. We did that times 5. We did a few short little sprints and some agility stuff to get ready for football. But yeah, did really well on the 30-second intervals. And that was the Friday afternoon. Saturday morning, the Premier League is back. So opening game of the season was United versus Fulham. So I got up at 5 to watch the first half. So watched the first half and then I listened to the second half while I was running, and just did 11k at 5-minute pace. And United scored in the dying minutes. In the 87th minute, they got the winner. Joshua Zirkzee with his debut goal, winning the match for United. So it made me very happy to finish that run off with knowing that United had the win. But yeah, I was just wearing the new Wave Rider 28s. Nice, comfortable, cruisy run. 5:04 pace for 11k. And on to Sunday. So Sunday morning, Jason joined us for his first long run for a Sunday. We had Linda, Alex, and Andy, and we just met at Sugarloaf Range Road, and we did a tempo session all along the fire trail. So it wasn't too hilly, just along the main Sugarloaf Range Road, and just did out and backs. It's basically 5k to the turnoff for Mount Vincent and down towards Wakefield. So we just did out and backs from there. So 32k, 5-minute pace. But yeah, we did 3 times 3k with 3 times 1k on and off. So 3 minutes recovering between the 3ks, and then it was 1k on, off times 3. So yeah, just keeping it sort of at marathon pace. Obviously with the on fire trail and the elevation, you're not really going to be sticking to your marathon goal pace, but just going by perceived effort to focus on that, and focus on keeping nice and relaxed and holding a nice solid pace throughout the set. But yeah, the guys did very well, and yeah, it was good to just get the legs turning over a little bit on fire trail and working through the set. Obviously you got 9k and then another 6k of work, so quite a beefy session. But if you got a marathon coming up, it's quite a good session to do as you build in, especially those doing Sydney, not too long now, 4 weeks. But yeah, that was the Sunday. 32k, and then afternoon after lunch just went out for a 5k along the Fernley. Was going to a friend's place. Their son had their little birthday, so was going there. So I went for a little 5k at 5:03 pace just before meeting them. So got back and celebrated the little his birthday, and then that was the week for me. So rounding off at 138.8 Ks, just over 2,100 metres of climbing. Another a solid week just to get back into it. It'll be interesting to see what I do this week because, as you can see, I'm a little bit sick, but we'll see how it goes. I'll go through training for this week. The Sunday long run, would have posted. Obviously those are doing Lake Mac will meet at Lake Mac. Those that are going to be wanting to do some trail will be doing Glenrock. So you look out for that post as well. But this week, guys. Some of the sessions have already been gone. So we had the strength session obviously Monday. It was 1k reps on Tuesday. So the idea for the 1k reps was a 60-second recovery, but holding 10k pace. So not redlining, you're keeping it a nice threshold. Trying to hold the 5 to 6 reps consistently. Just having that 60-second rest, just allowing your heart rate to drop down a little bit, and then maintaining it. So you're not trying to go too hard that you can't maintain the 1k at the consistent pace over the 5 to 6 reps. Wednesday will be the strength session, pure run or just a jog. Thursday is Scout Camp loops, so 1 mile loops on a hilly, good downhill to start with some single track and stairs, and then you got a nice climb to finish it off. So we'll be aiming for around 3 to 4 reps of that. On the Thursday, Friday, nice and easy, or some will be building into long runs. Parkrun, I did say a hard effort for some, if building back in. Otherwise, others have just got a jog. And Lake Mac Running Festival this week, or some will be doing Glenrock. That's the sessions for this week. Right, well, as I mentioned before, Jason Schumacher has joined the group, so welcome Jason Schumacher, who will be joining us for some strength sessions and the long runs on the weekend. I will have some race results to discuss. But yeah, Craig Sandy had the Foster treble last weekend, and did very well. Was under his goal for finishing under 3 hours, so was pretty much bang on. I think it's an hour 47 for the half. Was he 47 for the 10K and 26 for the 5K. So very consistent, very solid performance, wearing his Nike Vaporflies that have seen better days, and I think they should be in the bin by now. But he got one last hurrah out of them. So I hope he's pulled up pretty well. But I think his Achilles took a bit of a pounding from those shoes. But yeah, another awesome work, Craig. You're due for a rest now, mate. You've done that many races back to back. So time to just to do some jogging and relax from the racing a little bit, I think, just to so you can have a strong build towards Cozzy. But yeah, Lake Mac Running Festival this weekend. They got UTMB next week, so we'll be all watching that with enthusiasm and anticipation for Heather and Ben. And then Hounslow Classic, Sydney Marathon, Lonely Mountain Ultra, Coast Cozzy, and Ultra Trail Kosciuszko. All right, so let's go into athlete interview. We have from Jason Schumacher, his first ultra at Jabalani. What was the goal for the race? To enjoy the Jabalani course for the first time, and it would be my second longest run ever. Goal time is a bit unknown as I've never run there before. I had 5:45 based on Rafferty's and Coastal Ascent times. What shoes did you wear? So far, I have not found the right trail shoe. I just couldn't risk another toe bashing from my ultras, so I rolled the dice and switched to a brand new Topa Ultra Ventures that I brought 2 days before. Yes, good choice. It's been very popular with a lot of people lately. What went well? The shoes were great. First time in the Topos, stopped a couple of times to tighten them, but no smashed toes. I think hydration and nutrition was good. My caramel koala was a nice treat at the 21K mark. There you go. The weather was hotter than expected, but the cramps didn't threaten until 38K and it never really got me. Training volume has been building nicely, still a little bit underdone for the 45K, but I got there. What didn't work or went bad? More rocky than expected, stacked at the 28K mark. Still need to improve my downhill skills. Legs were cooked by the final descent at 41K and the knees were a little bit grumpy. So I had to hobble and hop slowly all the way down. I felt like there were more tree roots in the last 3 kilometers than the UTA had stairs, if that is possible. How did you overcome the challenge? Took it slow, kept mentally alert and searching for the right line. In future, I might need to add some downhill training in your schedule. There you go. What was the best part of the event? Encouragement by all the other runners. Even the front packers gave the odd kudos while they were passing in the narrow out and backs. Did you celebrate? Yep. Made it under the time of 5 hours and 43 minutes. Celebrated eating some Hungry Jacks on the drive home and a couple of tasty beers on Sunday night. There we go. What's next? Bondi to Manly in October, and this will be my longest run ever. Thank you. Well done. Elise Troy, Dungog. Run Dungog. What shoes did you wear? The trusty Speed Goats. What went well? I love the shorter distance. I'm glad I wore my vest so I could sip whenever I felt like it. My knee wasn't as sore as I thought it would be. What didn't work or went bad? Early in the week, I'd irritated my knee. It was a little uncomfortable going into the run. It has now settled down since and back to my current normal. How did you overcome the challenge? Took it nice and easy in the early parts of the run until I was sure my knee was feeling okay and tried to be very careful around my foot placement with all the rocks and boggy sections. What was the best part of the event? Seeing so many of the SNL crew out there, plus a few extra familiar faces. I enjoyed running in the area we haven't been before, and the course presented its own challenges. Fun times. We'll definitely go back. Did you celebrate? Yes, I devoured a chicken burger and a beer at the local. Yes, we all did. What's next? Lake Mac 10.5. Alexander Rapato is he's mine. The accidental athlete. What was the goal for the race? My intentions was the Sunday long run. So the goal quickly became finding out that my options were after showing up clueless and unregistered. But you got registered last minute and you got into the race. Luckily they had Reggio's still open. What shoes did you wear? Good old Asics Tubicos. What went well? The element of surprise and everyone's support. What didn't work and went bad? Realizing it was an event. How did you overcome the challenge? Threw some money at the problem and got the job done. What was the best part of the event? Doing half the distance I thought I was in for and all the doggos. Did you celebrate? I had no time to celebrate. I'm still wondering how I ended up there. What's next? Lonely Mountain, unless I actually turned up to another race before then. For those that raced in the weekend, can you that's my little bit but yeah, well done, Alex, and just testament to your character and rocking up and then just getting the race done and doing it. Sorry, it's a little bit more expensive than the normal Sunday long runs. Sorry about that. But well done and congratulations. All right, over to Linda Minter. So what was the goal for the race? Originally I was going to run the 20K, but after being sick for a week, the goal was to finish the 10 if I was able. What shoes did you wear? The Topo Ultra Venture 3. What went well? I completed the 10K without having to stop due to coughing or lack of oxygen. Thumbs up. What didn't work or went bad? Everything went well. How'd you overcome challenge? There was nothing to overcome. What was the best part of the event? All of it. Great day out. Something I love with people I love being around. Did you celebrate? Yes, lunch with the SNL bunch. What's next? Return to training? Yay. Get ready for Lonely Mountain. All right. That's a wrap, guys, for the athlete interviews. So thank you very much for those that have shared their experiences. I'm not going to go through the training zones. So I'd listened to a really good podcast, and I've since watched a couple of vlogs with Dr. Will O'Connor, just talking about training zones and how he breaks down what zones he uses, how he breaks it down, how he determines it. So I was actually just going to go through and break down, but with my voice being the way it is, I will save it for next week, and also because the episode is now the second time recorded, I will add it in that week as well. But I may as well read out next week's training just in case I don't get a chance to record it by the end of the week. But it will be this week's sessions. So it is 1K reps again, but it's in a fartlek. So it's broken down to 400, 400, 200, progressively getting faster. So maybe starting off the 400 at around sort of tempo, sort of half marathon pace, and then the 400 meters at closer to 10K pace, and then the 200 meters at sort of 3K pace. So you're progressively getting faster through the 1K rep. It is, I think it's a 90-second recovery. So you get a little bit of more recovery from the set, but it is in a fartlek style. The Thursday session is going to be a loop with some stairs. So down at Leichhardt Lookout. So it'll be on the Ullabar trail with a couple of stairs and a couple of hills. So the set's about, I think the circuit's about 1.3K. But we'll probably be this weekend on Sunday. We'll be probably heading out. Oh, not this weekend. Next weekend on Sunday, we'll probably head out to Mount Fork Road, and head out to Waddington's HQ and do a couple of reps of that as well. So, that's the sessions for the week that's coming up. So, week commencing the 26th of August. Can you believe we're in August? But guys, thank you very much for being patient. I'm sorry about the delay. Hopefully, we got through it all, and there is a lot of people sick this week as well, so it's going around and knocking us all about. But keep safe, train hard, and remember the 3 days of coaching: desire, determination, and discipline. Thank you very much, guys. Bye.